I buy apartment buildings in Los Angeles. I'm going to tell you why I like this location and all the pros and cons and how you should evaluate your investment options. First, I want to share something a bit personal with you. This is the last time I'm going to be in this location right here. It's selling in a few days. This was my mom's condo that she gave to me and my sister when she passed this year, 2019 in February. I started this YouTube channel filming here in this condo, and I just wanted to say that I'm grateful to my mom and just wanted to honor her and share her with you. Judy White. And with that, let's chat about investing in real estate. Is Los Angeles multifamily property the best place to invest money? Probably not. Is it a great place to invest money? Yes. There are infinite places and things to invest in. You must evaluate what is best for you and fits with your goals. I think the place to start is asking yourself a few questions. 1, how much money do you have to invest? 2, where do you want to live and do you like commuting? 3, what return on your money do you want to achieve? And 4, what do you want to do with your time? Answer these questions first for yourself. This will give you a framework to decide what happens next. For me, I had raised $450,000. I live in Los Angeles. I like convenience. I don't like to drive or fly a lot. I want a high return of 50 to 100% return on my money. And I love real estate. I always have. I remember wheeling and dealing when playing Monopoly. I never wanted the game to end. Most people wanted to finish the game early. Not me. I made deals with people so that they could survive, but give me favors in return. I made interesting trades. I would give someone a property that would complete their monopoly. In return, only the other players would be affected when they landed on that monopoly. And not only that, I would get a cut of that profit. I tinkered with my deals and learned about the psychology behind monopoly and deal making. I'm not joking. Most things we do as kids stick, and those skills are ingrained in us as we grow up. Please subscribe to my channel and comment to me what games you played as a kid and if you learned anything interesting. I will respond. For real estate, one of the most important things I've learned is that it is crucial at the beginning that you're close by to your property. People underestimate how many times they're going to go back and forth to the property to handle situations, especially when you need to deal with tenants and improve the real estate through renovations. If it is further than a 20-minute drive, you need to think long and hard if that is going to work for you. Once you make the decision, you're going to be locked in for 6 months through 2 years at least, especially at the beginning when you don't have help. Once you grow and you can hire others to help you, then maybe expanding to further locations would make sense. I don't consider hiring a property manager a good idea at the beginning. You should learn your craft before you leverage that out. Nobody cares as much about your property as you do, especially third-party property management companies that are not incentivized to do a quality job. I learned that the hard way. It was more of a headache having a property manager than dealing with it all myself. Plus, I lost a lot of money because they upcharged me constantly with the expenses. Listen, eventually, leverage is key to optimize your time, but at the beginning, manage your own stuff. I like Los Angeles because it will always have renters. It is a constantly growing area with only so much land to build on. It currently is in a major housing shortage. Not enough units for all the people who want to be here, which means for an investor who owns multifamily units, you are secured when it comes to your cash flow. If there's a major recession, the worst that's going to happen is that rents go down a bit, but you will still have a majority of your cash flow. Of course though, LA is expensive. If you live here or somewhere else where you're outpriced, here are my suggestions. Move. Go to a place that you will like living and can also buy. You can take advantage of the owner-occupied benefits and you will be able to manage the renovation effectively. Or stay where you currently live and invest just a bit further away in a neighborhood that is cheaper. I live in Santa Monica currently. I could invest further away in Lancaster or other areas around LA County. However, if it takes longer than an hour to get there, it's an issue. Not a hurdle that you can't overcome, but it presents challenges. Another reason why you want to invest where you live is specialization. People don't understand or give enough kudos to being a product type and market specialist. But what does that mean? Let me tell you. Know the sales comparables and on-market comparables. These are the properties that have recently sold and are for sale in your market area. If you know what things are selling for in detail, you can find a slamming deal. Knowing those comps means being in the area and driving by them and going inside the units when possible. Obviously, the closer you are, the easier this is. Be a specialist with the vendors in that area. Having handymen and contractors that you can stay on top of by being there to chat with them saves you money and means you will have higher quality. You can also visit the local city planning and building and safety in your area when needed. This goes a long way when trying to get plans approved. The general note, again, is that nobody cares as much about your project as you do. So be close by to nurse it along in its investment life. Don't underestimate the necessity of being at your property on a consistent basis. Do not buy out of state unless you have some serious experience in real estate and know what you're getting yourself in for. Not only are apartment buildings a safe investment, especially in LA, but they also present the opportunity to give an extremely good yearly return. From 15% to 200% has been my experience thus far. I'm not saying it can't lose money, it definitely could. It's just not the norm. My highest return thus far has been 175% in 13 months. You can watch my first video to hear all about those details. If you can do a 50 to 100% return on average yearly, you will become very rich and it will compound very quickly. You could even become a billionaire over time. However, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a unicorn tech investment where you can become a billionaire in a year or less. So if that is what you seek, move along to something else. For me, it is my bread and butter investment, where I have decided to place my chips. Once I have enough, I will diversify to riskier investment with a portion of my wealth. I have already started being able to take smaller different bets with some of the capital, but it has taken me 8 years to be able to do so. What I'm saying is that you can get very wealthy in real estate, but it takes time. I make most of my decisions based off of return on investment. That mainly means if I put in a certain amount of time or money, how much money will I get in exchange? Sometimes that return can be intangible, like connections, or new ideas, or increasing my brain power arsenal, or, which brings me to my next section, enjoyment. It is extremely important to enjoy what you do. You have a much higher chance of success when the thing you're pursuing doesn't make you want to pull your hair out. I started mainly as a real estate agent. That made me want to pull my hair out. It taught me a lot, but it was miserable. It was not sustainable. Please don't mistake what I'm saying. In almost all pursuits, there will be tasks that we don't enjoy, and we must push through to be successful. But if the core of the endeavor makes us feel dead inside, then we must move on as fast as possible. Do your best to see it as a whole and where it leads. Real estate investing won't work for everyone. Some people hate the idea of upgrading properties because they then feel like it gentrifies the neighborhood. Some people hate dealing with numbers and just want a slow and steady paycheck. But I am assuming if you have gotten this far in my video, this is not you. You're probably someone who wants to build wealth through real estate. Do you know what I want? I want dramatic wealth. I want wealth that allows me to buy what I want without stressing how it impacts my bank account. I want wealth that allows me to take care of the people I love. I want to create experiences that only money can buy. I want to travel with my family and friends in luxury and pay for their expenses. I want to invest in fun things. I want to make positive change to this world before I die. And to do so in a way that is meaningful to me, I need money. Because I hate not having complete control over what I do. I know that money alone won't bring me happiness, but it fucking helps.